Hi guys. Oh, is it that? No. I have no idea why the light is shining the way it is today. That's unusual, but I don't have time to adjust things, so we're just going to carry on. I'm coming in today. This is Victoria Violet. Look at my beautiful hair. OMG. 12-hour days are starting to wear. So, today, as I promised, we're going to be putting together your vision board. Okay? So, because of that, I'm sure that you're going to be watching this video and then doing it, and that's fine. So, I have this. It's huge, right? But it's for presentations. You know, like when the kids do them at school and then they turn them in. Usually I would get these for the kids for their science projects, right? So I just thought this was so cool when I found it that I got it. But most likely for me, for right now, I probably won't get to use it. Let me see how I can hold this. Let me see how I can hold this. Okay. Because I have very limited space in front of me. So I'm going to bury myself, okay? Have 1, 2, 3. So that's why I really liked this board, because when I was in New Hampshire and I made myself my vision board, I made 1, 2, 3. I think I made 4 columns, okay? So I'm going to tell you the basic ones, and then you can fiddle around with them, okay? Normally what we get is we get some beautiful paper, some maybe scrap paper, for scrapping books, or, the little poster boards that are colors, color coded, like green, yellow, orange, black, white. I just wanted one of these because I was literally going to put this together and put it up where I could always see it. So it was going to be at eye level with me wherever I put it. Okay, so I can't show it to you that well because I can't move back in my chair anymore. I apologize. I didn't think about this. I have a very small place I live in currently. So what I'm going to do is, okay, besides the poster board or this little presentation board, whatever it is that you get, right? It's the very first thing. Make sure it's something nice, because you're going to want to look at it every day. If you spend a lot of time in your restroom, put it in your restroom. If you spend a lot of time in your kitchen, if you have enough room, put it in your kitchen. If you have more room in your bedroom, by the mirror where you vanity where you put on your makeup, or men, where you shave and you brush your teeth, that's where you're going to put it. Okay, the next thing, and I can't find them because I'll tell y'all a secret during the weekend. Right now I'm not into divulging anything about myself, so, but I couldn't find the other ones. So literally I have yellow, which is like a mustard yellow, I have gray, and then I have blue ones. I can't find the other two, so sorry. The reason that I would suggest getting either, I guess, all white or getting color-coded ones, I'm going to tell you why. I even went as fancy as getting, again, the felt pens, if not just a regular ink pen, either blue or black. You can get a red one too if you want, or a red, again, felt marker. So then, you're going to have 3 categories. You're going to have 3 categories. And the first one that you're going to work on, the first category that you're going to work on is every single thing you're responsible for. Every single bill that you have. And if you have none, because you're still at home, you're 27, 30, whatever, hopefully you're over 18, because my videos are for adults mostly, and but nonetheless, this is geared towards someone that has goals in life. They want to set their goals, and they want to set the intention. Okay, setting the intention. So the first category we're going to work on each pad. I mean, maybe possibly you could make if you write really small, but I don't want you to really write super small, because the whole thing is you can't see it, you can't read it. Again, if you cannot see it, if you cannot oh my goodness, visually see it and make out what it says, it's for no apparent reason that you did it. So it has to be, the writing has to be that big. Okay, so that's why you have these. Then the next thing you do is you're going to have as well some Scotch tape. And the reason for the Scotch tape is because every single one you're going to put here and then here, because you want to be able to see them all. You're not going to put them like, you know, like so. You're not going to do that one on top of the other. No siree bob. No siree bob. Each and every one of them, you want them to where you can visually see them and make them out and read them. Okay, so the next one would go like so. Do you see? There's a tiny gap, and so on and so forth. And if you have to make 2 columns, God forbid, but if you have that many, you know, responsibilities, so be it. Reason we're starting with that first is because those are the most in your face. Those are the ones that you're going to hear a siren going off if you don't pay them, right? So that's not something you normally would forget to do, but they're ever present. Why they're ever present and why we're doing them first is because you're going to put everything from your utilities, your rent, your mortgage, your credit cards, whatever monthly bills you have, your phone, your car insurance, your house insurance, your apartment rental insurance, whatever you have, your car note, whatever, you're going to put it here. So if you've got to scooch this over, if you got enough to fit 2 columns, God bless you, my child, but oh Lord. So, okay, because you want to be able to see them. You cannot see them, you cannot take care of your responsibilities. Okay, this is not the beginning of your this should be, if you're facing your board, this should be far right. This should be on your far right. Okay, so if I'm looking at it, this is going to be to my far right, and my right hand side, my right hand. This is my left that I'm pointing at that way, and this is my right. So this is, although we started here, this is actually the last portion of your board. Only reason we're writing them down is because these we normally have no problems writing down, right? I know what the hell I'm responsible for on a daily, and if you're like me, you hate having bills. I can't stand it. So some of the bills that you have are going to be every day for the rest of your life, or next 15 years, the next 10 years, whatever. If you have a mortgage, for instance, if you could have a car note, next 6 years, if you just got it, you get it. But with the credit cards, you can start paying them down. That's why you want only 2 to 3 tops on per one little sheet, because you want to be able to see them. So you're going to write down what it is that you pay. You're going to write down the amount that you pay monthly. If you're smart, you'll write a little bit more on the credit cards, or even the car note, or even the mortgage. If you can afford it, write, sorry, I hate it when I get notifications because I can see them. If you can do $25 more or whatever per month to get, you're doing it for the reason that you're paying them down as fast as you can. And credit cards especially, you do not want to pay that high interest indefinitely. Okay, so again, these are my responsibilities, and I know them mostly by heart, so that's why I'm getting them over with. Believe it or not, when you start seeing this on black and white, because this is going to be your living budget, and it'll also be a reminder because you're also going to put what it is, the amount you pay, and what day out of the month you pay. That's what you're going to do. So these are all your responsibilities, small or large. Even if you only owe, let me tell you what's exciting. When you only owe one payment to something and you have it up here, and you get to take them off. Because that's what we're going to be doing every single month after month after month. You're going to be removing them as you're finishing. Okay, so that's why you put the responsibilities here. Some, like I said, if you just bought a car, look at 5 to 6 years. If you just bought a house, look 15 to 20 to 30, whatever you signed up for. So those you're not going to get rid of fast unless you win the lotto or you happen to hit it big in Vegas. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So the next one, which is here, but we're going to pretend like we're there. Actually, let me see. Can I fold you? I think I can fold it. So this one's done. We're done. This one's done that we just did. We're finished. We're done with that. Now we can leave that alone. Now you start the video again, and now you're going to do the middle part. The middle part is going to be every single place you work. I did say every single place. Have y'all ever seen In Living Color, if you're old enough, when that was still on? In Living Color? Yeah, that was a fun show. And the guy comes on, he says, how many job you have, man? And she goes, I only have one. You lazy lima bean, you only have one job? Oh, man. Yeah. So, if you're smart, you're going to have a full-time job and you're going to have a part-time job. But Victoria, golly, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you if you're smart, you're going to do it. Because, yeah, free time is great and work-life balance is great. But if you have too many bills, what kind of work-life balance are you going to have anyway? You're constantly going to be eaten up by acid. You're constantly going to be worrying, and it's not a good thing, right? And it certainly doesn't look good on you with having, you know, the stress on your face, because people can tell. Sorry, I'm only saying. So on this, you're going to put every single job. So, for example, when I worked, you know, as an instructor, well, that was my main job. I put my instructor job there. Then the second job that I had was actually the higher paying, because you're going by rank of pay. The higher paying was my DoorDash. Okay? And then my third one was my personal clients, my readings. So now do you see why I could put 3 up there? So I don't know, what hobby do you have that can bring you more money? What part-time job can you do, maybe through Monday through Friday, so you can have your weekends off and have some sort of remnants of a work-life balance? I don't know. If you only want to keep one job, that's up to you. But that is going to be a little harder for you to get all your bills under control if you're having issues. If you're not having issues and you already put all your bills here and you're like, I'm golden, primo, good for you. Thumbs up for safety. Okay? So that's what you're going to put here. Because this is going to provide for this that we just took care of. And this is also going to provide for our next step. So we're done with this. So be it. So now we're going to the last part, which should be at your far left. This should be your last column, and it should be your far left. And you don't have to have one super huge like this. Actually, it's not super huge when I close it. But you know what I'm saying. Make it as big or as small as you want it, but you have to be able to do all your bills. Then in the middle, put all your jobs, or if you don't want to call them jobs, all the ways that you make money. All the money that comes in, whether that's your job, child support, alimony, Social Security, I don't care. You know what I mean. Now we're on our last portion. Okay? On our last portion, and you know, like I said, my tarot readings. On our last portion, now we get to have fun. Now we get to have fun. This one you should have a lot of them, but there is a trick to it too. This one is I do better without looking. Okay, so there's a trick to this too. You can put as many as you want, but now's when it gets good. So now you're going to start putting all of your dreams, all your aspirations, which are what? In human life, it's called goals. So you can also have 3 different columns here. See how there's enough space, right? There's enough space. So this is what I did. On column number one, which would be over here, I put all short-term goals. Goals that I could accomplish within a couple of weeks, 3 weeks to 3 months tops. Weeks to 3 months tops, right here. That's my column number 1. So you can start out with 3. Be moderate, and then you can add as you go. So these are, I want to get a different job. I want to finish this certification. I want to paint the house. I want to spring clean. I want to get organized. I want to look into going back to school. Short term things you can finish quickly. Okay, what was one of mine that I did? One of mine was, the classroom was atrocious that I got, both of them. So for me, being able to clean them and have them ready to use was of importance to me, because that way the students knew that they could go into that locker and they knew every time where the supply was for any given skill set. So it was important to me. And I'm one of those clean freaks that likes to, on the norm, I like to have everything. I like everything to have a place and everything in its place. I'm a stickler, and I used to probably have OCD when my children were being raised, and I didn't like them to even touch the cushions on the couch. Yes, I was that mother. But I'm trying to just now be just organized. So this helped me a lot. And you'd be surprised how many of these on the column number 1 you can get done. I want to get my hair done. All my gray is showing. Voila. I want to get a pedicure. Dude, nobody wants to see your toes like that. I want to go to the doctor. I want to set a doctor's appointment. Ta-da! Short term. Okay. I need to take my kid to get a haircut. I need to remember to get cleats for Johnny for football. I need to get a new knee pads for Missy because she's got volleyball. Whatever. I need to get an oil change for my car. Those are all short term. Okay? Especially for your car. Please do your car. Please get your car done. Don't blow it up like my daughter blew up a motor twice on me. Twice. The car I gave her as a 17-year-old. I had to buy a new motor. Like I said, my daughter was special. She was very extra. Your next one that you're going to do, and you're going to be like, what did she just say? Why? Because there's a method to my madness. Do as I say, woman. Man, don't do what I do. Just do what I say. Your next one, ta-da. This one is a 3-month to a 6-month type of deal. What can you accomplish in 3 to 6 months? You could probably get that certification I was talking about. You can probably become a CNA, LNA in that time. You can, if you want to open a business, you can probably start doing the processes for paperwork for LLC, tax ID, EIN number, whatever. You get it. You want to plant a garden, So do it. You want to start planting a garden. I didn't say planting. Second part I said planting a garden. So you've got to go get the rope. You've got to go get these little thingies that you stick into the ground in order to know what row is for what and what you're going to plant and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Wow. Just so many things. Everybody has their own thing. You want to start making a maneuver that's covert. It's stealth. You want a new job. You got a job. Don't leave your job. You got a job. You're sick of your job. You hit a glass ceiling. You want a new job. Start looking for a job. And do it slowly. Why the 3 to 6 months? Because if you're not pulling out your hair, but you know you're like, I need a change, then you can go slowly to look for a job. Why? Because then you're going to have your pickings. If you try to do it quickly, you might have slim pickings and end up worse for wear, taking a new job that maybe you're not going to like and it's going to end up the same. But if you go slowly, you send out your little feelers, which are your resumes, and then you start seeing who's hiring, who's not hiring, who's willing to pay, who's not willing to pay, blah, 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 blah. So you can do it slower. Now, I'm not saying stay at your job if you have a miserable job. Then, yeah, okay, you're going to have to do it the weeks to 3 months tops. But if you want to, check out similar careers that your degree would fit in or fit under, you have no idea how many times I have switched jobs, and I've been in places for time, yes, but I switch out because, hey, what are you paying me? How many people do you expect me to work as? I'm one. You want me to work as 3 people? Hell no. You're paying me what? Breaking that down, divided by 3 people? You get it. So we all have priorities. That's why we're doing this. These are your priorities as far as the things that you want in your life, okay? Then you're doing the last one. The last one is going to be bam, 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 6 months to 9 months. So we even left it under a year. We left it under a year. If you want to do your longer term goals down here, I wouldn't do 5 years. I would do 3 years. Do things that are feasible, because when you make them too far away, they're just too long. They're too long, and you probably, by the time you get to 5 years, honey, you're probably going to change your mind and not even want it anymore. So if it was me, I would do a year to 3 years tops for my long-term goals, okay? But now you've got the 6 to 9 months. So now you want to buy a house, you want to open a business, so you start. The whole thing is, these are all not only responsibilities, but these are all the things that you want to do in life. I want to open a hair salon. I want to be a hairstylist, but I want to be an owner. So now I have the license and I can now open a salon. But okay, when you want to open it, a year to 3 years? No, I want to do it faster. Okay, 6 months to 9 months. Yeah, I think I can do it. Maybe I can get a bank loan. Okay. Then what else do you have to do? Do you have to raise your credit scores? I'm just getting the ball rolling. The little wheels are turning, right? But that's the way you do this, okay? That's the way you do this. Now you know the method to my madness, and now starts the actual madness. Now that you have your board and everything is set, these goals should be fun. These goals should be something that makes you happy. These goals should cause you pleasure. These goals should not make you feel like these goals. These goals are responsibilities. That's why they go last. Because if you're like me, thankfully I don't bite my nails, but you would probably bite your nails and have a lot of acid in here if you have bills. I don't like having bills. So do I know that I have to pay something? You bet your bottom dollar I do. So that's why they're on last. Because if I don't want to look at them except once a month, then why would I want to put them on the first column? No. Remember, where your energy goes, meaning your mindset, where your thoughts are, That's what grows. I don't need this to grow. I need this to get smaller. I don't need to be a slave to this. I don't. But this is the thing too, when you start looking at the responsibilities and you start looking at the goals, and you're looking at the middle column, which gives you the amount of money that you bring in on a monthly basis. Does it give you enough money to start those goals that are going to make you happy and plaster a smile from ear to ear? And maybe even get you to early retirement and not be at my age and not be retired, right? So that's why that column, these columns over here on the left are so important, so important. Okay? And the middle one, you may be surprised. The middle one, which is going to tell you how much money you're bringing in, is going to tell you if you have enough to pay all of this. And then if you do have enough money to pay all of these responsibilities, you're also going to put down here on this side, what do you have left at the end of the month? Or you can put it in the middle, whichever. Okay, but you're going to put the balance here for all the responsibilities. Okay, then in the middle, what do you have left over for the month? If you only have $100, then you're SOL. And that's what I'm saying. Get a second job. If you're actually wanting to get these done, get a second job. If you're not interested and you just want the universe to bring them whenever, then whenever it'll be. So now you've got back into this column. These are my bucket list of things I want to do and accomplish in life. For me, it's a spa. I've been wanting to open a spa for a while. Okay, so I had the spa on here. You know, now that I recall, I didn't have the YouTube channel on here. I had my tarot. I had my card on here. You know, on both sides. One where money was concerned and one for, you know, clientele. But I've never been really great at marketing, so yeah. So the YouTube thing that's happening right now, this little phenomenon that's wonderful, and I'm glad you are here with me, that is due to me putting in the work spiritually 4 years ago. 4 years ago when I tried this out and it didn't go through, the universe still has that energy, that vibrational energy, because what? I was born this way. So of course Spirit is going to welcome me doing this kind of work, or is going to push me, propel me forward, because I'm doing this kind of work and trying to help others. So those vibrational energies are already there. The intention was already set years ago, 4 years ago. So yeah, so in retrospect, I did the work 4 years ago and I didn't have to put them on this time around, right? But if I wanted to put them, then I would put, you know, as an example, I'd put YouTube here, and then I'd put, you know, I don't know, 375,000 subscribers, you know, if I wanted to, you know, make a goal here, and how long I was going to give myself, and what it would mean to me, right? So that's how you use this. Furthermore, you do use it as a vision board. So my old vision board, I had drawings on here. I don't draw very well. I had drawings on here. I had, y'all know that I've been talking about other things that I want. I had those things on here. I even said how I wanted it, what it looked like, what I wanted it to look like, where I wanted it. You have to get specific. And even if it's a husband, or a wife, you want to give the universe specifics. Try not to be so like, yeah, he's only 5'8", I don't want that. If you're 6 foot tall, ladies, then yeah, okay, you're probably not going to want that, because if you're like me, even though I'm only 5'5", in heels I'm 5'7", so if I'm with somebody that's 5'7" or 5'5", I tower over him. So of course I don't know. And I know, being a Libra, I'm very particular. So I prefer men that are 5'11" to 6'3", actually, because I like to feel small. But you know what I'm saying. So if it's a relationship you want, you can put it on here too, although this is more about planning for the future, to have businesses or anything like that that you want, right? School, finishing your school, finishing your degree, applying to school, getting into medical school, getting that degree, right? All of that should be on here. So then once you have it finished, I'm gonna put this down because I'm tired of holding it. Once you're finished with that, you're going to place it somewhere that you can visually see it every day. You don't put it behind things where it's hidden, because I promise you'll forget. You can decorate that with glitter, with photographs, with pieces of magazines like I used to. Oh, I used to be very pinpointed and specific of what I wanted. And I got everything that I wanted, I must say. So it works, but you've got to visually be able to see it. And then you're doing your affirmations every day. And I'll start posting affirmations. I'm just right now, I'm just in an influx, and so I know what I have to do, guys. I always know what I have to do. It's just finding the time. Like right now, it's 11. It's 10 o'clock. Okay, it's 9:54 p.m. I have something to do on the computer, but when I sat here, I was like, I might as well go ahead and do this for them. But the whole gist of it is seeing it every day. And as you get things accomplished that are, you're putting out your intention, you're putting out the vibration into the universe, and then as they're occurring, you remove them. Or you can put a check mark on them, or put them in a little pile that says done, completed, goal set, whatever, but that's the whole purpose, is that one, you feel accomplished. Two, you're lending your energy, the vibrational energy, to what you want. And the power of manifestation, the way it works, is you have to continuously put your energy to it. You have to continuously have it in the forefront of your mind. I didn't say be obsessed with it and you can't sleep. But you do have to have it in front of you, because let me see, the one that I think I may still have the book, and I apologize, I've been up for 12 hours again. It says, it's a manifestation book on the universe, okay? And one of the stories in there was talking about a girl, and the girl was, she was going to be in a wedding. And so she had a dress that she had to match shoes with for the wedding. So when she was looking for the shoes, she found exactly what she had visualized, the shoe type, the type of material. But the shoes should have been more like a aqua or a teal, and they ended up being red. So she couldn't use them. And that's why you have vision boards, to hold your vision, to hold the same pattern, the same thought pattern. Yes, this is what I want. Universe, this is what I want. Universe, this is what I want. Because the universe will bring you what you want, but if you waver, because when she was looking for her shoes, she wasn't looking for the type of shoe that would have been the best fit for her dress, plus the color. She fell in love with those shoes. So when she went and got shoes, she got the shoe she wanted because she fell in love with the shoe, but it wasn't the color she needed. And that's the way that the universe is. It's like whatever you concentrate on, that's what they're bringing you. And then there's a story in the book, and it talks again about manifesting what you want. This instance, a young lady would, on her way to work, she would go past a certain store, and that store was a jewelry store. And she would always tell herself, I'm gonna have one of those one day. I'm gonna have a watch just like that one day. And then about a couple of years to 3 years later, she had already forgotten about it. But the intention that she sent out, because it was daily that she went by that store, that happened to be on a street corner, and she had to wait for a bus there. So the intention was strong. That intention was very strong. And so a few years later, she ends up getting married, and as a present, her husband, who happens to own a jewelry store, ends up gifting her a diamond watch, just like the one that she kept telling the universe that she wanted. So those are the differences of having your thoughts clear into what you want, so that when the universe produces it for you, it's like, you think you universe, but it's not the right color, or it's not the right size, or the dress is not exactly, what I need, but I love it. But I wish I could buy this, but I want that. I wish I could, because that's what she was doing. I wish I could do this, but I want that. I want this, I need this, but I want that. So, yeah, instead of getting the shoes that were meant for the dress, comfortable at the wedding, etc., she got the exact shoes she kept envisioning, but they were the wrong color. So, yeah, that's the way the universe works. Same thing with a marriage. Same thing with a relationship. If that's what you're, trying to do your vision board for, put as many details in there. I don't want him to be a drug addict. I don't want him to be an addict of any sort. I don't want him to smoke. I don't want him to drink. I don't want her to wear clothes that she's always showing her boobs, and I don't want her to be a flirt. I don't want her to be whatever. Obese. I want somebody that exercises with me. I want someone who is outgoing. I want someone who's athletic. I want somebody who's adventurous. You got to be specific, because the universe will bring you people. They may not be what you want, but they'll bring you people. But that's the way this works. And if you're doing it strictly for goal setting, probably it would be good to have this ever present. Where you're going to see it. You're going to brush your teeth. You can brush your hair. Where do you spend the majority of your time with? Where do you spend the majority of your time in? For me, when I have a house, it's normally my kitchen. I love being in the kitchen when I have a big house, because I like cooking. So while I'm waiting for the food to cook, then I could be, having a poster board even on the front of my refrigerator with some magnets. Why not? It's my house, right? So think about it that way, and see wherever it fits. Maybe it's your restroom. Maybe the restroom door, when you close the door, but bam, it's right there. You close the door and you can read it while you're on the toilet. Whatever works for you. I'm just giving ideas. But yeah, this works. I did it, and it works. I wanted to manifest a home. Remember what I just said. You got to hold your vision. So for me, I couldn't decide whether I wanted a house or I wanted an RV. I had been talking to one of my clients, she's still client, somewhat friend, and she's been telling me for the last 4 or 5 years about RVs. She's been telling me that she graduated from a motorhome to a fifth wheel. So it's always fascinated me that she talks about all this, because my dad used to take us camping all the time. So I couldn't decide what I wanted. So the universe brought me an RV, but it was kind of like a house, not a house, tent, not a tent, because I had so many. It was convoluted. I had so many. I want to go camping, and then I was thinking about RVs, and then I was thinking about a house. you've got to clearly state what you want. And that's why writing it down, putting it on your little vision board, it helps because it's ever present in front of you. No guessing games. The universe doesn't have to guess. You don't have to guess or constantly remember what the hell you want. And you put tape on it so it doesn't fly off when the little stickies are gone. But also the beauty of it is when you don't write it all down on one paper, as you're finished with one and it's completed, it's done. If you want to write more things in there and there's no room on this, then you take a new sticky and you add to it. And those you can stick on the bottom because it's a continuation of. Okay, I hope this helps someone. Again, you can decorate it as foofy as you want or just straightforward as you want. Guys, especially men, you guys think very analytically. I love that. I wish I had more of that within me. So for you, if you don't want all the foofies, just do it structurally. That's why I made it that way, because for me, that's structure. I can't go beyond these responsibilities. They must be taken care of, regardless. This is what I'm bringing in. How much more can I bring in? And then these are my goals. These are my bucket list. These are my fanciful times. The trip to Hawaii, the trip to Europe, the bungee jumping, the learning how to jump out of a plane, whatever, skydiving, whatever you want to do. This is my business fund, right? And then you start working towards that. But the whole purpose of having that in the middle is I look at my goals, I look at the amount of money. I look at my responsibilities, I look at the amount of money I'm bringing in. Which can I do? The faster I get rid of these responsibilities, the more money there is in my fund to do, open a business, to learn how to do this, that, or the other. I've never skied a day in my life. Maybe I want to go learn how to ski. Maybe I want to learn how to snowboard, even if it's on the bunny hill. That's what I'm going to put on there then. You understand what I'm saying? Even if it's shoes, Prada, right? You want some red bottom, ladies? Don't take the responsibility money to get you the Prada, or you're going to have nada. Don't do that. Instead, put it as one of your bucket list goals. Over here, you want to save money from, I don't know, weeks to 3 months tops, because you just have to have them. Maybe you're going to an event, you want to look spiffy, you want to look drop dead gorgeous, whatever. You want that new suit. Okay, which category can you put it on? Right? That's how you know you're going to get everything done. Everything has a place and everything in its place. And the less and less responsibilities you have, and you see that I'm not calling it the BILLS, because I don't want to be chained to this little bitch. No. That's a ball and chain. That's like having a bad marriage. I don't want that. So that's why I'm putting the monies in the middle, because then that tells me one or two things. I'm good. I can afford these. I have a little bit cushion to start some of these. Or, oh shit, I'm never going to start those because I can barely afford those. And then starts churning. What can I do? I don't know. Work extra as a dog walker. I don't know. Open a YouTube channel and talk your ass off like me. Whatever it is that's your hobby, that's your niche, that's possible to bring you more money in so that you can get closer and closer to that. Why not? Even if it's short term. Maybe you don't want to work 2 or 3 jobs. Maybe you only do it for 6 months. Maybe you only do it for 3 months. Save all that money. Pay off the responsibilities faster so you can start on the good stuff. That's the whole gist of it. And again, every day, this is what I want. 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 This is what I know is coming. Remember, I'll put affirmations later. I'm not doing that now, but that's what I'm saying. All these things you're calling towards yourself. So make sure what you're putting on there too. Okay? Make sure what you're putting on there. What if God does bring you the man that you want and he's an asshole? Or what if God brings you the female that you want And she's a slut. I'm just saying. Because you're not specific. You're not specific. So be specific. Be specific. You know, no wife beaters. No women that like to sleep around behind my back. Be specific. I want them to have brown hair. I want them to have black hair. I want them to be blonde. I want them to have red hair. Be specific. But if you're like, oh, I like them all. Well, shit. What? You want a mutant? God's going to bring you a little bit of everything. He'll bring you a Chihuahua or a Pomeranian with red hair. You know? I mean, y'all got to be specific, guys. Because don't mess with the universe. They bring you what you ask for. But if you're all crazy in your head and you I want this, and then the next day, oh no, maybe I want this. No, I want this. When you finally know what you want, put it on your little paper, put it on your column. End of story. Put a stamp on it. Put a fork in it. I'm done. I hope this helps. I gotta go. I'm very exhausted, and I still need to find my flash drive. Love you much. But yeah, tell me how it works out in the comments. Please, guys, share, like. Again, my name is Victoria Violet. This is Gypsy Roots, but I do give tips and tricks as to how to get through life a lot easier, faster, and without a lot of headaches. Right? All work and no play makes Jill and Jack dull boy and girl. So that's why we're making these, because you can't just work and you can't just look at the responsibilities. That's not living, and that is not life. So those little goals are strictly for you, things you want for you in this lifetime. So get it all. Love you. Bye.